Yeah, I mean, it's full customization. It's not. You're taking these legends, these greatest players of all time, and you're building your team with them. And so, there's a ton of options, and from your uniform and where you play, and all those things that are just kind of to make for you to be happy when you make your team. So it's like you're going to be able to change all the socks and all that kind of stuff, everything that you could imagine, all the colors and everything. Again, that just to make your team. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely fictional players in the game, but the fictional players are also, so when you build your team, you're going to choose so many legends, and you can't have all legends, but you're going to be able to choose so many legends, and then you're going to have to fill out the rest of your team, or just kind of, the type with the type of team you want. So if you think run defense is really important, you're going to put more weight on that. And that's how we're building these teams. So it's not that they're just fictional and they don't mean anything. You know what I mean? It's still going to be part of the team that you want to build. It's still going to have a great impact on the team that you built. So we haven't announced the details of that yet. But I will say that, we look to the sport of football, and, this is about celebrating football. So that's how we looked at it. So there isn't a franchise mode because there isn't a history behind what your team that you're making, but there is a season mode. So we will have some preset teams that we've just made ourselves that we think would be cool, and you'll be able to play those in season mode. So there is a season mode, just not a franchise. And yeah, so that's pretty it on modes today. You'll be able to trade out your team anytime you want, not in game, but when you're finished with your game. So you can do that whenever you want, because again, it's your team, and so you'll be able to do it as long as you follow the rules of the game, which there are rules.
Okay.
No, it's not XFL. I mean, we are trying to again be realistic to football. So we could have gone off and done a bunch of cartoony stuff, but yet we didn't. We really kept it realistic, but what we thought would be cool. So like if we could create our best stadiums today, what would we do? And that's what we built. But everything's based in reality. So, if something animates or something, comes out and does something, it's actually like a Hollywood set facade type thing. It's not just, something cartoony or whatever. So the actual players themselves aren't going to develop any more than they already are as you're playing the game, and they are the best that have ever played the game. So I don't think it's going to be like, if I do these moves so many times, I'm going to get a boost of this, run rating or whatever. We're looking at attributes very differently. We're not looking at a 0 to 100 kind of rating on players. We're looking at them very differently, but we're not talking about that yet. But but like I said, we are doing it differently. We always try to use the platforms and what they're really strong at. Because that's what consumers want. I mean, you bought a 360 because you like to use live and those kinds of things. And so we're going to do those things, but we're trying to make a great game for both platforms, really, is what it comes down to. So we felt that the crib was a bit outdated, but VIP, which we think is a great feature for all of our sports games, is back in this game. Because we think it's important. We think that it's great to be able to practice against players and really track all these attributes and stats and all this stuff. So I think that we tried to focus on the game of football first and foremost on the field, and then whatever made that game better. I would say that our goal has been to build a game with the greatest players of all time on what we consider the best football engine, and we basically have a team on it that is passionate about what they're doing, and we're trying to build the best game we can. So we really think that playing with the greatest players of all time is a great idea. It's something that players will really love, but we're not sure. So they're going to speak, at retail when the game comes out, and we're not sure how they feel, but when we're in the office and we're testing stuff and playing the game, we love it. So hopefully that's a good gauge.